If you're a teenager hoping to look for validation from your Balkan father, I wouldn't follow me. Hello, my guests! My name is Velvet and I'll be your clown for today, and welcome to Glitch and Clown. Today, I'm gonna be revealing a little bit more about myself, as if I haven't been extensively oversharing in every other video. Some of you who may be listening might have the deranged perception that I am somehow American. Hold to these vicious thoughts! This is libel. It is, ugh. Oh, I can't even bear to hear that. How dare you? I am partially Serbian. Not to say that being Serbian is any better. It's a bit of a funny relationship I have. I'm half Serbian and half another nationality, which you're gonna have to follow me to find out where. But to make it short, I am a third culture child, which means both of my parents are from different places, and I grew up in an entirely different place, just separated from both of my cultures since birth. Even though I can't connect with my culture in any meaningful way, like language or stories or relationships, I can always make food, and I can taste that little bit of home, or what should feel like home, because this is the only way I know how to be Serbian. Before my grandma passed away, I was able to sit down with her and write down a couple of recipes that she had, and these are some of them. So, for today, I've got the original recipes taken from my grandma, and we're gonna do 3 recipes of 3 varying levels so that everybody watching this video can make at least something. So, let's start with the first one, the easiest one, żużu. So, for this recipe, all you're gonna need is a pack of frozen, pre-made puff pastry. It sounds simple and it sounds boring, but it is so addictive to eat. You can get a bag of it, and it's kind of like the equivalent of, I don't know, a bag of chips or popcorn. It's so addictive, it's so good. First thing you're gonna do, preheat the oven to 180. This is frozen puff pastry, and I just let it thaw in the fridge for about an hour. And all we have to do is slice it into 4. We want little square pieces. Okay, I lied. You're actually gonna need a couple more ingredients before we start. First of all, get yourself an egg, crack it into a bowl, and whisk it up, because we're gonna be making an egg wash. You're also gonna need some salt and some sesame seeds. We're just gonna take 2 of these pieces of puff pastry, because they're a little bit thin. We want them to puff up and get tall. So just stick 2 pieces together, like that. Yeah, a lot of these aren't sticking together, so I'm just doing this tiny bit of egg in between. Now, all we need to do is give it an egg wash. After the egg wash, we're gonna sprinkle some salt. Now, ideally, you want to use a rock salt, but I don't have any today, so we're just gonna use some table salt. And sesame seeds. I love sesame seeds. I'm gonna put a lot on each one. And that's how they should look. Super, super simple. Now, we just need to put these in the oven for around 25 to 30 minutes until they're golden and puffy. Alright, let's move on to the next level. So the next thing we're going to be making is a dessert called Ledeni torta, which basically just means cold cake. Reason being, we are not baking anything. It's kind of like a Serbian rocky road. Don't tell people I called it that. I feel like that's dumbing it down. For the sake of my own health, and you're gonna see why, I'm gonna be making half of the recipe. Ingredients on screen now. I don't need this in the house. That's dangerous. And I don't want to hear any little say, oh, I don't like raisins and nuts. Shut up! Don't make this then. No substitutions, okay? This is perfect, just the way it is. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna soak our raisins in rum. This is some very disgusting brown rum, but I'm gonna use it. I'm not measuring. We're gonna do half rum, half hot water. The hot water to get them juicy. So just pour enough rum until they're half covered, and then we'll cover the rest with water. Here we go, a bowl of raisins soaking in rum and water. It smells like olives? It smells like a warm jar of olives. Kinda looks like my bowl of dog food, my bowl of wet dog food. Wet of kibble drowning in water because I'm a dehydrated puppy that doesn't pee. That sounded too freaky. Alright, now whilst the raisins are soaking, we're gonna start with the rest of the recipe. So we're gonna move over to the stove so I can show you what stuff we have to melt. Alright, so over in this bowl we've got icing sugar, and into that we're gonna put 100 grams of chopped chocolate, to this mix, we're also going to add 125 grams of margarine. You can also use butter, you know, if times are going good for you, you can use butter, but we're using margarine. Do not listen to me! Melt the butter and chocolate first, and then mix in the powdered sugar. I was just lazy and I didn't want to dirty another bowl. We're then going to heat up a pot of water and do this bain-marie style. So, bowl on top of the boiling water, mix until the butter is melted. Whilst you're waiting for that to melt, you can get on to the next step, which is crushing up some little cookies. You would just call these keks. They're like the most basic tea biscuits. Like, you know, the lesbian biscuits, the Lebanese biscuits? Yeah, those ones. I'm just gonna put these in a bag and smash them up. Not to powder, okay? You don't want to smash these until they're powdered. You want to smash them until you have chunks. Correction once again! You want it ground to a fine powder. You do in fact want the biscuits to be a powder. I haven't made these recipes in a long time. Everything's now melted, and now we're gonna add something that some people might find a little bit weird, but just trust me. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna crack an egg in and quickly mix it in. We do not want scrambled eggs in our cake. Now's the time where I flex a one-handed egg crack. Oh, whoa. This is stressful. Oh my god.
Okay. It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're okay.
Once the egg is mixed in, it should be kind of a gelatinous texture, and that's good. You want that. Now for this recipe, you are going to need one slightly special ingredient, and that is rum-flavored extract. You should be able to find it at most Eastern European stores. I love it. I love it. Also, I don't know how much to put of this. Okay, welcome to my channel. I'm not going to give you precise measurements. We're going to put as much rum extract as your heart desires, which for me is, I think, 1 teaspoon. In terms of other ingredients, to finish this off, we have a hair. We have some walnuts. We have our crushed biscuits, which, oh my god, yeah, I popped a hole in the bag. And finally, we have the raisins, which have been soaking in the liquid. They're nice and juicy now. After you've drained the rum-water mixture out of the raisins, go ahead and add the soaked raisins in as well. Now just mix everything together. Once done, it should look like slop. It's so unhealthy. Here I've got a tray lined with baking paper. All that we need to do is put the mixture inside here and pop it in the fridge for like 2-3 hours. This used to be one of my favorite things growing up, but my dad never made it. My dad was not a dessert guy. I would only ever have it when I was at my grandma's house or at other Serbian families' houses. Now, let's move on to our third and final recipe, which I have deemed to be the hardest, but to be honest, it's still incredibly simple. The only reason I'm classifying this as hard is because some people feel intimidated by yeast, and trust me, this is the easiest yeast-based recipe you can ever do, because you don't need to do anything. You don't need at all. You don't need to knead this, basically. You just have to mix everything together. So in this recipe, we have 400 grams of flour. We then have half a cup of milk. Now this is measured in grandma standards, so half a cup means half a mug that she had in her cupboard. So we are going to measure that amount, and I'm going to pour it into this measuring jug so that you can see how much that is in actual measurements. So warm that milk up, and into the warm milk we're going to put an entire packet of yeast. This is instant yeast. It doesn't need to be bloomed, so we're basically just dissolving it in the milk. Into the 400 grams of flour, we're going to add 200 grams of melted butter. We're going to add the milk and yeast mixture, and then we're also going to add a teaspoon of salt. All you have to do then is mix everything together until it is fully combined and makes a ball that can hold together. It doesn't need to be smooth at all. We're then going to cover this and leave it in a warm place for 1 hour until it rises. An hour has passed. Here's our dough. It really didn't rise much, and it won't. It has a lot of fat. This is a super enriched dough. And as you can see, it's very stiff, it's not smooth, and that's fine. That's fine. We love her. Okay, we've moved workstations so that I can show you how to roll these out. Start by lightly flouring your work surface. Take your dough and roll it out into a rectangle. Alright, we've got the dough rolled out. It should be almost a centimeter thick. Now what we want to do is cut little fingers. So these are called Schnaglit. I don't think I even said that. They're just little salty sticks that are also like a great drinking companion. You want them to be about this big, so that's maybe 7 centimeters. Once you've cut out your pieces, just transfer them to a lined baking tray. The last time I went to Serbia was actually last year. Before that, I haven't been since 2019. Whenever I used to go to Serbia, it would just be to see my grandma and do some errands. It was weird being there on my own for the first time, because I didn't really know what to do. Everything that I used to do there were just, going to the hardware store or doing groceries for my grandma. We went to a lot of bars and we're just surprised at the fact that people still smoke indoors there. They are living in the past. It really felt like, not to push some kind of Western European rhetoric about the East, but Serbia does feel 15 years in the past. Alright, we've got everything laid out on this tray. Now we need to cover it and leave it for another 20 minutes to rise. Okay, 20 minutes have passed. Let's finish up these Stanglice and put them in the oven. So, Stanglice are going to be finished with very similar toppings as we did for the żużu. We have an egg wash, we've got sesame seeds, and we have salt. But a new member has joined the party. Everybody give it up for cumin seeds! So, start by getting your egg wash and coating every finger. We're then going to sprinkle the sesame seeds, salt. Again, I would use rock salt, but we don't have that at the moment. And just the whole untoasted cumin seeds. Here are our 3 different snacks. The Stanglice also came out of the oven, and here they are. They should be golden brown, and I actually like them a little bit less cooked than this. I like them a bit more tender, but this is how my dad likes them. Super crispy. Because of all the butter, it almost comes out like a laminated pastry. It's just super flaky and crispy. It makes a really good snack. And even better, accompanying any of these savory snacks is some yogurt that you can drink, because they do get a bit dry. So if you do plan to snack on these, have some of that nearby. Just to convince people that this is worth making, considering how easy it is, I have to do a taste test. It's just salty puff pastry with sesame seeds. Again, with yogurt, it's so good. Actually, I want to know why these are called żużu, because it's a very weird name, and it kind of sounds like onomatopoeia. Like, why the repetition? What does it mean? If anybody Serbian who is more Serbian than me actually knows, please comment down below, because I'm intrigued. Okay, it's been an hour, and this is not done yet, but I want to take it out of the fridge. Really, you should leave this in overnight or a couple of hours so that it fully solidifies, but we're just gonna slice a little bit off. Yeah, this final product is not gonna look how it's meant to. In general, if you're a teenager hoping to look for validation from your Balkan father, I wouldn't follow me, because I kinda screwed everything up. But you can steal my recipes. There we go, there's a cross section. And then finally we have the Ledeni torta, which, yeah, I'm just impatient. I really want to eat this. It needs more time, but I'm still gonna do a taste test. I haven't had this in 4 years. Even though texturally I messed it up with the cookies, the taste is exactly like I remember it. If you don't like the flavor of rum, you won't like this. If you don't like raisins, you won't like this. If you don't like walnuts, you won't like this. Because all of those things are in here. Because, oh my god, there's a nut in here that looks like a penis. Look at it. Can you see it? Oh, whoa. That's perfectly penis-shaped. Hope everyone enjoyed learning a little bit more about me, and also about some recipes that you probably haven't heard of, because these are somewhat niche, let's call them colloquial recipes. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to learn more recipes, or just whatever is going on in my head, accompanied by this face, you can subscribe, leave a like, comment whatever you like. It really helps the video. follow my socials, and I will see you in the next video.